What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy Narik Chase, and in this video we're going to be talking about should Nick Fury get his own standalone movie. I like Nick Fury, and with the success that Marvel has been going with, I really don't mind. I think it'd be a good idea. Now, I think it'd be a good idea, and I think it'd be a bad idea. Because, one, the reason why I think it'd be a good idea is because Nick Fury is a really popular character. The guy's pretty awesome. He's basically the sole reason why we get the Avengers movies because he did bring them together. He did foresee, that there were going to be threats, incredibly big threats that need to be dealt with by a special team. And his success is what basically saves the world time and time and again in not only the comics, but the television shows and now in the movies. So, and Nick Fury, honestly, the whole older one, the one that looks like that dude from Baywatch, I never liked him. I never liked him. I thought it was a stupid character. Thought it was interesting because he does do the same thing as this Nick Fury, but I think this Nick Fury is much more badass and feels a bit more grounded. I mean, he's not walking around with fucking clones and robot versions of him. And please, if they're gonna go with a Nick Fury movie, please don't let it be that one that was in back in the day, cause that shit was horrible. But anyways, should Nick Fury get one? I think it's a good idea because he's such an awesome character. Now, where I think is kind of a problem, I think Nick Fury's story should be more like if he did get like a standalone one, I think it would feel better if it was more like a prequel, kind of like where they were going with the with the Captain Marvel movie. But my problem with that uh, is is that Samuel Jackson is going to be playing would probably have to play this younger version. I mean, one of my biggest kind of complaints with Captain Marvel so far is not seeing the movie or anything is the fact that Samuel Jackson's in it. I'm like, no, I wanted them to cast a younger actor, and yeah, he's a cool older Nick Fury, but like I said, it would be better to see someone play Nick Fury that isn't Samuel Jackson because Nick Fury is an awesome character, but he fits into the kind of the Samuel Jackson kind of shtick. So it would have been nice to actually see a different person play that character, so it would be less Samuel Jackson and more about that character. So I'm like, but they kind of ruined that because Samuel Jackson playing a younger version of Nick Fury in Captain Marvel, so it wouldn't really be a prequel. Now, if they were to go with potentially like a side story, I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it'd been pretty cool if they were talking about having a Nick Fury. They were talking about doing a Hawkeye and a Black Widow film, and now the Black Widow film is like greenlit. So I was like, well, why the hell they just don't have a Nick Fury movie with Black Widow and Hawkeye? That way you can get these three human characters to spotlight, and you can see how the relationship has evolved over time and things like that. So I think that would have been a much better storyline. In the comics, the comics aren't necessarily always all of these good guys team up and they're all always together and stuff like that. Yes, they have their separate lives, do separate missions, and do the separate things, and fight separate villains and things like that. So if you were to put a Nick Fury movie out there, like who would be involved with it? Would Mariah Hill come back? Would Black Widow come back? Who would he have to deal with? So I think it's an interesting idea, but I think they kind of missed the step with it potentially being a prequel, so we get to know who and how, who Nick Fury is and how he got to the position that he was in. By casting him in Captain Marvel when they could have cast a younger actor, and if they were to do, like I said, a sequel, like a standalone little side story, like who should they just bring into it? I'm not sure. I think this is a very interesting concept, and I'm interested to see what other people have to say about this. So I'm going to do a little bit more research and potentially come back, with a break of debates or something like that, and or the Madam B or KC or KP, so we can definitely get into it. But guys, in the comment section below, let me know what are your thoughts about a potential standalone film for Nick Fury. We finally got the Black Widow on greenlit, so should Nick Fury have one as well? And also, let me know also if if this is a greenlit project, who would you like to see be in it as well? Me personally, I think they should just do Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Nick Fury and Mariah Hill. And if they have to introduce other characters, fine. But anyways, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later.